If you've been a landlord for any length of time, whether it be your first house within your first year or many houses over many years, you're probably familiar with this conversation. Hey, yeah, it's the middle of the month and haven't received that rent payment yet. Just wondering when we can expect it. Oh, yeah. Excuse. Hey, is it the middle of the month already? I forgot. Or yeah, my car had some issues and I had to put money towards that. Or yeah, they messed up my hours at work. Or I had to help a family or a friend with real personal matters, but I'll get it to you next week. Another week rolls around, only met with another story, another excuse, no payment. I'm Dan Walters with Treasure Valley Property Solutions and I buy houses Boise.com. And as a landlord myself, I deal with these stories and excuses on a monthly basis. And as I hear these stories and I get to this certain point in the time, whether it be the middle or the third week of the month, I'm met with a decision that I have to make. I'm at a crossroad. Do I continue to go down the path with them and working out a process or procedure that I will get a rent payment from them in a timely manner? Or do I go down a road and negotiate with them and see how we can transition them out? Or do we have to go through the eviction process? On a monthly basis, I have to have that conversation with myself and also with my tenants. And if you find yourself here, you're probably looking for answers or a solution as to what that process is. So, in my years of experience as a landlord, here's what I do every single month. When I have those conversations, and I get to the middle of the month, which at this point I'm having the same conversations with the same people on a monthly basis, so I understand what my cost and my time is because they've developed patterns. But I have the conversation of, okay, what's my cost versus my time? And in that, here's what I have to consider. What are my legal costs? What are my mortgage costs? And then what are my anticipated repair costs? Okay, from a legal perspective, if I hire an attorney to handle the eviction process for me, it's gonna cost anywhere from a minimum of $500 and it could be upwards to $2,000, depending on your representation, depending on whatever. But a range of $500 to $2,000, so if you want to put a middle of the road $1,000, that's okay. Then you got the cost of your mortgage payment. Let's just say on average, although you're not getting your rent payment in, you may still have a mortgage payment that still has to be made. So just roughly say on average about $1,000 a month. It has to come out of your pocket to be made to take care of this. And then anticipated repair costs. If you haven't been into the property, and some of mine I haven't been into as frequently as I should, if they can't make your rent payment, what are the chances and the likelihood that they're maintaining and keeping your property up and nice and clean? Now some do, some don't, but you just never know unless you're actually inspecting the property on a quarterly or biannual basis. So repair costs can be anywhere between $500 from a cleaning or upwards to $5,000 and up. You have to deal with holes in the wall, flooring, paint, yard being destroyed, not being maintained. So you got that. Then it comes in the evaluation of time. So in the state of Idaho, evicting a tenant in the state of Idaho, if you go down that process legally, is number one, you have a 3-day notice where you got to put them on a notice, give them 3 business days telling them you have 3 business days to bring your payments current and bring them due. Okay, from there, then you will file a complaint with the courts. And then from there, you will get a summons for your court date, which can be 7 to 21 days from that point in time. Then, after you receive the judgment, they rule in your favor, your timeline for them to evict can be 2 weeks, to 2 months, just depending on the judge and his decision based on the evidence provided by you and the agreements that you present. But your timeline, then from 2 weeks to 2 months. So, your legal process, 3 business days, 7 to 21 days. So we're already pushing almost a month, 3 weeks, another 2 weeks at minimum. You're talking about 5 weeks minimum. Okay, so you anticipate 5 weeks. If you're already filing at the middle of the month, another 5 weeks, that puts you in at 2 months. So 2 months there. Then repairs comes down to the question of, okay, well, how long is it going to take me to repair it? If it's extensive, it's just a clean, it can be pretty quick, can be done in a day or a weekend. But if it's more extensive where I need paint, maybe new flooring, new landscaping, whatever it may be, it could take me more time. That could take me days to weeks to months, depending if you have a contractor or if you are a DIY, do-it-yourselfer. If you're working full-time and you're managing these properties yourself, maybe you're doing all the work on them yourself, and if you're working full-time, you're gonna show up, maybe it's a weekend thing, a weekend grind. Or maybe you hire contractors. Are you in state? Are you out of state? Who's gonna contract these things? What's their timeline? What's their price? They could be available right away. If you want a quality work done, if they're quality contractors, they're probably backed up a little bit. If you're out of state, you're just reaching out and maybe pulling numbers out of a hat and getting referred to people that you hope are going to do a decent job on your property. We deal with this on a monthly basis. And we understand the pain and the frustration that comes along with having tenants that don't pay. But most importantly, for you as a landlord, the purpose behind this was as an investment. It's for your future. What you may be finding out in your experience as far as it's not what it's all cracked up to be. It's not the experience that you wanted. I understand that. Is this the path that you want to continue to go down? Or are you looking for an easier solution, a less expensive solution? Maybe it's an opportunity to step into a conversation with a company like us, with me, myself, where we've helped landlords like yourself with tenants that don't pay many times. Where we step in and just alleviate that burden for them when we look to purchase their property that's located right here in the Boise area. We offer a fast, easy, no frills, simple transaction that gives them what they need and alleviates their burden of the emotional stress that comes with dealing with a rental property. But if you want to continue to move down that path and just need more information, here it is. So you can go through the legal process. But you get a 3-day notice, file a complaint, have your court date, and take it back. Always take into mind the cost versus your time. That's the path you want to go down. This is how it works in the state of Idaho when evicting a tenant. We appreciate you stopping by. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. Happy to help in any way, shape, or form that we can, just giving you information, as we understand the frustration that comes along with dealing with tenants. But if you are interested in having another conversation about what your property is worth and how maybe we can help alleviate that burden from you on a purchase, reach out to us as well. I'm Dan Walters of Treasure Valley Property Solutions, and iBuyHousesBoise.com. Look forward to talking to you real soon.